Hello, Colas, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest transfer stories. We start with Frenkie de Jong, as it has been reported that Chelsea have offered a mega salary deal to the midfielder. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Antoine Griezmann, it has been reported that Barcelona are calm over Griezmann's situation despite Atletico Madrid tactics. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into it, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do so. Give the video a like and make sure to watch it right up to the very end. Barca! 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 Frenkie de Jong has been one of the most sought after players in the transfer market this summer, but after months of speculations, many now expect him to remain at Camp Nou, especially with Barcelona finding it difficult to force him out of the club. Manchester United had been primarily linked with a move for Frenkie earlier in the summer, but de Jong resisted all the attempts to lure him to Old Trafford as he was simply not interested in leaving Barcelona. The lack of Champions League football did not help Man United's cause either. However, according to Gerard Romero, there has been a fresh twist in Frenkie de Jong's transfer saga, with Chelsea coming up with a very lucrative bid in an attempt to lure him to Stamford Bridge. The Blues have been pursuing the midfielder for quite a while now, with Thomas Tuchel identifying him as a perfect long-term replacement for someone like N'Golo Kante. At the age of 31, Kante is nearing the final phase of his career, while his current contract also expires at the end of the season. It has accentuated the need for a new midfielder, with Frenkie de Jong fitting the bill perfectly due to his experience and technical prowess. As per Romero, Chelsea have launched an offer of around 18 million euros per year in an attempt to convince Frenkie de Jong to join the Premier League giants in these final days of the transfer market. For the majority of the summer, the salary was thought to be the main deterrent behind Frenkie de Jong's desire to move away from Barcelona. He is on a lucrative package at Camp Nou, with the club also owing him a fortune on deferred salaries. But it appears Chelsea want to turn the tide by offering him a lucrative contract and giving him the opportunity to move away from Barcelona, especially amid growing discontent between the player and the fans. For the longest time, talking about Frenkie de Jong this summer, he has been the most talked about Barcelona player when it comes to transfer news, rumors, and everything like that. He resisted Chelsea, he resisted Manchester United, everything, insisted that he wants to stay at Barcelona despite Barca trying to push him away. So getting this report from Gerard Romero, talking about Chelsea again, coming forth with a mega salary offer for Frenkie worth up to 18 million euros. It's quite interesting, quite shocking to see this, because I thought Frenkie de Jong would not go anywhere. But this does not mean Frenkie de Jong will change his mind, because from what we have seen from Frenkie, he's so determined to be at Barcelona this season, no matter what, no matter the salary offer, whatever. Liverpool have also been showing interest lately, but come on, Frenkie de Jong have insisted he does not want to leave. We all know Barca have been trying to push Frenkie out of the door, but to no avail. Of course, he has the contract till 2026, and Barca still owe him deferred salaries worth 18 million. So Barca have been trying so hard, especially as they also wanted to bring in Bernardo Silva, but that will not be the case anymore, right? As Bernardo Silva will stay at Manchester City, as confirmed by manager Pep Guardiola. So let's see if Chelsea succeed in convincing the player. Chelsea have been showing a lot of interest in Frenkie as well, and it seems as though they want to use this tempting offer to lure him to the Stamford Bridge, which I personally, in my own opinion, I don't see it working out. I still see Frenkie pushing him to stay at Camp Nou, right? Frenkie is still an important player for Xavi and Barcelona, and I don't even see any reason why Barcelona should even start thinking about any possibility of selling Frenkie de Jong at this very moment, as even Man City themselves have ruled out any possible signing of Bernardo Silva. So it's definitely gonna make no sense if they are still trying to push Frenkie out of the door. So let's see what happens. But with very few hours to go, for the transfer window to come to a close, I very much doubt if Frenkie will be the player to change his mind of leaving right now. And Chelsea are just trying their luck to see if it can be possible for the player to change his mind, which, to be honest, at this very point in time, looks like an impossible task. But let's not rule anything out. Everything is still possible, but I definitely want to say this one looks so impossible at the moment. Earlier, it was reported by Fabrizio how Frenkie de Jong traveled to London. Of course, it was even reported that it was not for anything concerning Chelsea or whatever. He went there just to spend his holiday alongside Memphis Depay, and from what I've heard, they went for Donny van de Beek's wedding in London. So that was even the more reason why they were there in England. It was not for any transfer. So as it stands right now, Frenkie de Jong is a Barcelona player and he looks set to stay at Barcelona for a long time. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, Antoine Griezmann has started each of Atletico's 3 La Liga games from the bench, leading to the suggestion that the Los Colchoneros are doing everything in their power to avoid the mandatory buy option, which is worth 40 million euros. Atletico Madrid's 1-0 win over Valencia was the 3rd consecutive instance where the World Cup winner Griezmann arrived on the field after the 60th minute. This means the 31-year-old has clocked less than half an hour per game so far this season. Now, there are questions regarding Atletico's intentions to meet the clause, but Sport says that Barcelona are calm about the entire situation, mostly because they know their La Liga rivals Atletico will have to use him more often due to fixture congestion. Revisiting what was established between Barcelona and Atletico, the latter agreed to pay 40 million euros to Barcelona if Griezmann plays 50% of matches in which he is available across his 2-year loan spell. Last season alone, he played a minimum of 45 minutes in 81% of the matches. The early signs were good and Barcelona were at peace as they believed by the end of this season, Griezmann would permanently be a part of the Atletico Madrid roster. However, everything changed at the beginning of the season as Los Rojiblancos, seemed reluctant to pay the aforementioned amount. This has led Barcelona to believe that Diego Simeone has been told by the management not to start Griezmann in the first place, although the Argentine recently rebuffed the claims right away. He said, "Griezmann, as long as he manages to respond as he does, having him on the field is very important, and I understand that you have to put him on when it suits the team best," Simeone was quoted as saying by Sport. For now, although there were initial worries due to Atletico Madrid's tactics, Barcelona are not thinking about the issue as they know Simeone will be forced to rotate his players due to the fixture congestion ahead of the World Cup. Lastly, although it depends on how far Atletico make it to the knockout competitions this season, if he plays more than 45 minutes in around 15 matches, the mandatory purchase option of 40 million euros will be activated immediately, and Atletico will be liable to pay Barca the established transfer fee. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.